नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोर्श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोर्न वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतौ पंगो मम मंदमतेर्गते मत्सर्वस्य पदाम्भोजौ राधा मदनमोहनं। देव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालीभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भे वंशे वटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणु स्वनैर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रीयस्तु नः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरे वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। This story is about the information that what is the purpose of we staying in this world, and of staying in this world, will it be fulfilled? Even if it gets fulfilled, with the help of whom it gets fulfilled? And even if it is with the help of somebody, how much time it can take? These questions people will get. So, Acharya has very clearly mentioned the purpose of this material world. Actually, we discussed also how this world is created. This world is defined as a hospital. Hospital, nobody wants, nobody takes, I want to take a permanent room. I want to rent one room permanently in a hospital. Nobody would do that. The moment you go to hospital, they will allocate one room, and after 2 days onwards, you start asking the doctor and ask, okay, when I will be relieved, take treatment at home, when I will be, no problem, you can ask doctor, he will tell you. So we'll ask, doctor, can I go home? No, doctor says, no, you have to wait 2 more days. Oh, 2 more days. Okay. After 2 days, doctor, will you give me a relieving? I want to go home. No, you have to take more treatment. Oh, doctor, how many days I should stay here? So we are anxious to come out of that hospital. Why? You have been staying from your childhood at home. And same thing, why don't you stay for 1 month? No, we don't want to stay at hospital. We don't get bored. We don't get bored by staying at home, but we get bored. We get bored within no time. 1 day, 2 days, we want to just go back. Even if we are half cured, we want to go back. We give all promises to doctor. No, doctor, I'll be very careful. I'll be very careful in taking medicines. I'll be very careful in my controlling food. I will not really move. I'll take all your instructions. We give full confidence to doctor. So that's why this world is actually, this material world is created as a hospital. In the hospital, what happens? Hospital is always troublemaking externally. Actually, they are treating so much. They are actually giving by intravenous glucose. They are giving the shots, everything. But they appear to be giving shot, but it is medicine which is going to give you protection against the virus. But come what may, it is basically trouble. Every 1 hour, one shot, every time they have to put medicine, like that they keep on doing. So similarly in this world also, this world is like a hospital. We always will be given some shots, some x-rays, sometimes very limited food, whatever, so many things, all problems. The whole purpose is when we get cured and go back to Godhead. The purpose is back to Godhead. The purpose of human form of life, the purpose of staying in this material world is when we can return. It's called Bhagavat Prapti, attaining Supreme Personality of Godhead. So now the next story is attaining Personality of Godhead, Bhagavat Prapti. The beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam is completely flooded with all the stories from beginning to end. From beginning to end, we'll see only each and every great character is finally attaining Personality of Godhead. For example, if you look at the first canto, you will find that Pandavas, how they wonderfully attained Bhagavan. We can see how Kunti Maharani attained back to Godhead. How Bhishma Deva is attaining. Just they give, by Bhagavatam, we see that every great character, I am giving few examples, there are so many examples everywhere. We will find everywhere they are giving a process that how to attain Godhead. How the Bhagavat Prapti, attaining the Supreme. The purpose of Bhagavatam is attaining Supreme. In first and second canto, you will find Khatvanga Raja, how he attained the Supreme. In third canto, we will see Kardama Muni and Devahuti and Dhruva Maharaj, how they attained the Supreme Personality. In fourth canto, we see Prithu Maharaj and Archi, how they attained the Bhagavat Prapti. And when you go to fifth canto, you will find Bharat Maharaj, how he attained. Even if it is delayed by 2 lives, how he finally attained the Srimad. And in sixth canto, you will go to Ajamila and Vrutrasura, how he attained the back to Godhead. And seventh canto, we will see Prahlad Maharaj and Haryashva, Bahulashvas, and how they attained the Bhagavat Prapti. And in the eighth canto, we will see how even an animal, Gajendra, how the Gajendra also attained by surrendering into Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Bali Maharaj and Satyavata Muni, how they attained back to Godhead. In the ninth canto, we see the wonderful story of Ambarish Maharaj, how he attained. And in 10th canto is height of, even all the Putana, Aghasura, all demons also got. Just imagine, 10th canto you will find so many dozens of people everywhere, even including demons also got liberation. That is whole purpose. And in 11th canto we will see Nimi Maharaj, how he is getting, and 12th canto we know we will be hearing how the hero of Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj, attained the Bhagavat Prapti. So basically the whole context of Srimad Bhagavatam is our goal should be in human form of life for attaining Godhead. It's called Bhagavat Prapti. So the story is Bhagavat Prapti, and you know when Parikshit Maharaj, when the Parikshit Maharaj sat down on the Prayopavesha, he was sitting in the Prayopavesh. What is Prayopavesh? Prayopavesh means he decided that I shall not eat, I shall not drink, and I shall not sleep till my death. That is the decision. When he took the decision that I shall not eat, I shall not drink, and I shall not sleep, and he don't know what to do at that time, by just keeping himself awake, what he is going to do, he did not know. But first of all, he said that I am ready to receive something. So first of all, if you want to give a good seed, the land should be fertile. Similarly, if we want to receive the perfect knowledge, we should ensure that our heart is fertile. We should remove all the bad things from our heart and make it very clean and very fertile, keep it ready, so that at the right time the perfect seed, Bhakti Lata Bij, will go to that by the merciful Supreme Lord and his confidential devotee, spiritual master. they will ensure that the seed of devotion will be planted in the heart. So before that, otherwise if they keep on throwing, it will go onto the, if our heart is like a stone, if our heart is like a stone, it will, on this, if a seed is put on the stone, it gets dried up. It will never fructify. So we should keep always by Shravanam, we should make our heart fertile, so that at the appropriate time, when you are aspiring that you want to really receive the seed of devotion from the Supreme Lord, and also Guru Krishna Prasadai Paya Bhakti Lata Bij. So the job is ours. We should be ready. We should keep the fertile, like any, before the monsoon comes, all the farmers, they plow, they using plow, they cultivate, they try to clear the land. They, not that when the rain comes they will start. No, they will not do that. They will keep the land ready, and keep the land ready. When the rain comes, they start activity. So devotion also in the same mode. So we should understand that this material world is not Satchidananda. It is not permanent, because we have heard so many stories that even Maruthu Raja, who lived for 1,000 years with full youthfulness, but still after 1,000 years he has to leave the body and go. So this is not a permanent place. So the permanent thing is, we should act in this temporary place to go for a permanent place. What is the benefit of the going that permanent place? Is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, and Ananda is full of bliss. So that's why from each and every canto, from the various characters of Srimad Bhagavatam, who are all Mahajanas and Mahabhaktas, Mahavaishnavas, Mahabhagavatas, will get inspiration that how they really worked towards achieving the purpose of life in this material world, which is transitory and which is short and which is full of miseries. So during this process of really planning for things, we are not losers. Actually, we enjoy during this period also, and at the end we'll go for that. So when Parikshit Maharaj given the wonderful place to Shukdev Goswami first gave some assurance to Parikshit Maharaj. My dear Parikshit, you know that you have time for 1 week. But generally people don't know when the death comes. You are very fortunate. You are fortunate that you got the information in advance that you are going to meet your death in 7 days. And don't be worried that whether this 1 week is sufficient, because somebody said that, oh, there are many thousands of lives, and karma is there, karma vasana is there. How can I, even if the whole life also, if I practice, if I do sadhana also, the karma may not go. Under that condition, I have only 1 week. Is it possible? You may be thinking, but don't think like that. Don't think like that. I will tell you a story. The Parikshit Maharaj to Shukdev Goswami telling, I am going to tell you a story of a king. His name is Khatwanga. Just you try to hear his story. When you hear his story, you will understand that you are more blessed than him. You are having more time than him. When he could achieve the perfection of life, you can really achieve it. So he was trying to tell, and he was trying to encourage first, before telling Bhagavatam, he was first trying to encourage the Parikshit Maharaj. Because Parikshit Maharaj so far did not hear Bhagavatam. After hearing Bhagavatam, he became confident, he became fearless. But before that, he took a good decision, but still he is fearful. How is going to have, whether he is going to meet his final destination. He may be having anxious. Otherwise, why Shukdev Goswami tells this before just starting the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this particular Khatwanga story comes in the Raghuvamsha. In that lineage, Lord Ramachandra also appeared. So here we know the story goes much before that. All of us know about Bhagirath. Bhagirath is the greatest personality who did a wonderful tapasya to bring the celestial Ganges onto the earth. So this Bhagiratha was having a son by name Shruta. Shruta, he is having a son Nabha. Nabha is having a son Sindhudvipa, and his son is Ayutayu, and his son is Rutaparna. Rutaparna's son is Sarvakama, and his son is Sudasa. Like that, Bhagavatam tells various generations, because in Bhagavatam, whenever you read, you'll find so many generations are Shukadeva Goswami telling 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes just like that. And suddenly we'll find some great person comes. Oh, in that case, why to hear all these people? We cannot say like that. And somebody says that they are so great that they could find a place in Srimad Bhagavatam. And they have been uttered and they have been remembered by Shukadeva Goswami. Means actually they are ancestors of great persons who are going to come. Even if you don't remember their name, even if you just hear their name, we get purified. So this the Sudasa, and Sudasa's son in name is Saudasa, and Saudasa's wife name is Damayanti. And Saudasa because of the curse of Vasishtha Muni, he has become a man-eater. So the story goes like this. The Saudasa once went to, because he was a king, so he was invited that there are so many demons coming in the forest, please go and protect, please annihilate them to protect. So the Saudasa went to the forest and saw the demon and he killed him. But the demon is having, whatever demon he is having, he has this one brother also. So for some reason, whether he has surrendered, that is not coming in the Bhagavatam. He said that he leaves him, he doesn't kill. But the demonic nature and demons are always, he will not think positively. You see, he has not killed me, so let me do some favor. But the demon who has been left over, he thought that let me do some revenge. He felt that let me do some revenge. What he did is, he went slowly, because generally demons are kama rupa. It means they can change their different forms. He went as a beautiful cook, attractive cook, or we can say expert cook. He went into the king's palace and entered into king's palace as a cook. And he started nicely cooking beautiful, very, very tasty food. And the king was enjoying time to time. One day, Vasishtha Muni came to Saudasa's palace, and when Saudasa saw that his spiritual master came, and he asked, okay, let us today go cook nice things to our master. So the demon was looking for the opportunity. So he cooked this time with so many items. He cooked also Naramamsa, the flesh of a human being, and he fed to the Vasishtha. When Vasishtha ate that, he understood, oh, something wrong is there. Then he immediately cursed, oh, you bloody fellow. He cursed whom? Saudasa. He felt that means it is whenever even a servant does the mistake, the responsibility should be owned, should be owned by the master. It's also a leadership principle. If the leader considers, if the team wins and achieves such a greater thing, real leader will give entire credit to his team. But for some reason his team doesn't perform the goal and they fail, and the leader immediately takes the ownership on him. He will never put the blame on the entire team. So that is the leadership. So that is a good principle. But here the Vasishtha Muni, without much thinking that whoever may have cooked, it is the king he has to look after. So he said that since you have given me the flesh of a human being, you become man-eater. You become a demon and become man-eater. But after cursing, he came to consciousness. oh my God, I made a mistake. My disciple is not like that. After he understood after some time, oh, he did a mistake by cursing. Then he went to forest and did 12 years tapasya to get rid of the whatever curse he has given. But Brahmadanda, as I mentioned, Brahmadanda is apariharya. So because of the curse of the spiritual, actually the Saudasa has a power to counteract that. He can do that, but he did not do that. He accepted. He accepted as a leader that it is my mistake, that I should have taken care when my spiritual master has come. It is my responsibility. So he accepted the curse of his master, Vasishtha Muni, and he became a man-eater. He went to forest and started eating all human beings. Especially when one time it so happened that one Brahmin couple, they were engaged in loving affairs. At that time, the Saudasa, in the form of the demon, he went and about to devour that male Brahmin. Then the lady started praying, oh please, actually I am looking for a child and my husband is going to give me the seed. Please don't do that, don't do that. Then she was crying. But Saudasa, because in Jaman family, he did not consider and he ate him just like that. And Brahmani became so much disturbed, so much morose, and she has cursed. Because you deprived me getting a son, and you deprived me of having this Sambhoga Sukha, so that I am cursing you that whenever you also indulge in that, you will die. She also has blood. So meanwhile, 12 years passed. The Vasishtha Muni became freed from the sin of cursing his disciple, and meanwhile, and also he has given power to Saudasa, and Saudasa also got rid of from his shapa. He has become normal person. But now he cannot, because his wife is Damayanti. So at that time, because of the Brahmani shapa, Saudasa could not enter into Gruhastha life. So because of this shapa, almost the situation is that the dynasty is going to get stopped. At that time, Saudasa requested Vasishtha Muni to give the seed in the womb of his wife. So because of that, one person came into, one son was born. His name is Ashmaka. So this Ashmaka then gave a birth to another son, Balika. Then from that Balika, Dasharatha came. From Dasharatha, Idavida, and from that Vishwasaho, and Vishwasaho's son is Khatvanga Maharaj. So this is story like going. Bhagavatam will find sometimes pages and pages will go with so many people. So finally, our story of Khatvanga, Raja Khatvanga came into picture. Why Raja Khatvanga was so famous? Raja Khatvanga was so powerful at the time that he was the king of the whole universe, and even he was having capability to render help to even demigods. So there was a fight between demigods and demons, and demigods invited, my dear Khatvanga Raja, can you come and do some help to us? Please do something. So the Khatvanga Raja went and fought on behalf of the Devatas, and the Devatas won. And all the Devatas became very happy. Khatvanga Maharaj, they said, oh my dear king, you are really powerful, and we are very, very happy that you have helped. We want to give you some benediction. Then Khatvanga Raja felt, what these people can give benefit? I am a devotee of Supreme Lord, and they took help from me, and what benefit they can give? Okay, but since these people are asking, let me ask them. Okay, why you give me one benediction? What is that? I want to know how much time is left over in my life. Can you tell me? Then All the Devi Devata, yes, we can tell you, you are left with only one muhurta time. One muhurta. The king was stunned. He was still in the heavenly planets discussing nicely, happily, because having nice happy time after defeating the demons. He asked casually, okay, how much time is left over? You are left over on your life only one muhurta. One muhurta means calculation comes in the 3rd chapter. It's called 2 dandas. It is equal to almost only 1 hour as per the human calculations. He was left over 1 hour. Then he immediately just rushed back in 1 second, came to the point, to his kingdom, and he started pondering. In his mind, what is that? Okay, from beginning, I am devotee of Supreme Lord Krishna, and I am always religious. I never took any benedictions from the people, and I am connected to Brahmanas. I even love Brahmanas more than my life. Brahmanas are great. I love more than my life. So when that is, I even don't care my life. When I am loving Brahmanas, I don't even care my life. So then what to talk about my wife, children, kingdom, etc. So these are all immaterial for me. So fortunately, I came to know that I have only limited time. Then he was thinking, so he has immediately meditated on the Supreme Personality of Godhead and left all his attachment in no time. Means, anyway, the gross body is going to fall off after 1 hour. So before that, he wanted to leave the subtle body, that is mind, intelligence, ego, false ego, everything, so that he will become the purest form. Because as a devotee, anyway he is in the purest form, and he wants to get rid of all the subtle form, all the subtle bodies, and then go to Krishna. And he has only 1 hour left over. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yathe dhamsi samidhogni bhasmasat kurite arjuna gnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurite tada. It doesn't take much time. So Krishna gives very simple principle that it is not that your life has come is there because of your many lives of previous karma. Doesn't mean that you need another hundreds of lives to remove your karma. It's not required. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. It takes one second. Sarvam gnana plaveneva vrijanam santarishyasi. Vrijanam is ocean of miseries. It's called vrijanam. A person can cross over the ocean of miseries by jnana, by understanding that he is pure spirit soul. Simply understanding that he is simply pure spirit soul, and he is servant of Krishna. That's why the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Ki ami, who I am, why my troubles are continuing. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered that every living entity is Krishna, Nichera Krishna Das. Every living entity is servant of Krishna. If this knowledge is revealed to the heart and person takes it by manasa, vacha, karmana, so he has just smashed entire karma. That's why it's called karma nirdhati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. So he has simply by adopting to this, by his complete contemplation, he just came within no time to this kingdom, and he has left all kingdom he has given to his successor within no time. 1 hour is only left over. That is one muhurta. Everything he did it means just he is informed. That's it. Not that he has performed the whole ceremony. He just informed and then started contemplating. Simply by contemplating that he is not the sthula deha, he is not the sukshma deha. Actually, he is a pure spirit soul, and is a servant of Supreme Lord Krishna. And he, when the time came, he left the body and went to spiritual world. So Shukdev Goswami told this story. To Parikshit Maharaj, that to attain the Bhagavad Prapti, to get the Bhagavad Prapti, you don't require so much time. You see, Katwanga Raja in one muhurta, just in one muhurta he got it. Whereas you have 7 full days. So how fortunate you are. You have luxury of time, frankly speaking. You have luxury of time. And so fortunately, I am there and everybody is hearing, and you are also determined to hear whatever I would say. So be confident, and you will be able to achieve the final goal of attaining Supreme Lord. That is the purpose of human form of life, and you are surely going to achieve it. So he has given wonderful assurance. So from this point we should understand, that attaining Godhead, okay, because of so many previous karmas we got this life, that doesn't mean that we need to take it's not that we have to spend again dozens of lives to get rid of. No, it's not required. Only when the subtle body is lost and we become fully Krishna conscious, then we can experience that before leaving the body. That's why they are called Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta. That is, while leaving itself, they are already in the spiritual world. That goes. But for this, to attain this, we need a great support from a pure devotee. We cannot attain this on ourselves. There should be great blessings of spirituality, and there should be great blessings of Supreme Lord. Here Parikshit Maharaj has a desire, and he got a good blessings of Shukdev Goswami. Similarly, we can see here in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one nice story. When there's a nice story is that even if animal can get liberated if he can get association of a devotee. If an animal can get Supreme Lord's attaining Supreme Lord by association of devotee, what talk about human beings like us? We can think and contemplate on Krishna's. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back from Vrindavan, all the devotees from Bengal, they wanted to come and see. So they were all coming, and at that time, the Shivananda Sen is a maintainer of all the people for paying taxes and seeing that their accommodation is properly done. So when they started from there, one dog also started following them. So Shivananda Sen accepted the dog. First he noticed, and looking at the seriousness of dog, he also given full support to the dog. And he started giving them food like that. And so much so that at one place they had to cross a river, and the boatman asked money, that I cannot accept this dog. If you want to take the dog, you have to pay money. So the Shivananda Sen paid money even for dog. So the dog is so fortunate to get the mercy of a devotee like Shivananda Sen. So when they were traveling, walking towards from Bengal, they are continuously walking from Bengal to Puri Jagannath to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when they are changing a state, one kingdom to other kingdom, they had to pay some tax. At that time, there was Shivananda Sen was delayed for some time. At that time, everybody took food, but nobody gave food to the dog. And when he came back, he asked, "Oh, did you give food to the dog?" They said, "Oh, sorry, we have forgotten." "Where is the dog?" The dog is no more. Because the moment they saw that people have ignored, the dog left. And Shivananda Sen became so much morose. And he also did not eat. Because the dog did not eat, he also did not eat on that day. So you just imagine how much merciful. So they don't see the dog body, they see the soul in the body, and also they see the super soul in the body. That's why they are called Mahabhagavata. The person who is seeing the bodies, Stavara Jangama Deki, Na Deki, Tara Roop. They don't see they see the all form, but they don't see the form, they see only Krishna within that. They are called Mahabhagavata. So after some time, after 1 or 2 days, they reached all the people from Bengal reached the Puri Jagannath, and Shivan Sen was very morose that how come the dog, where it has went, and like that. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given them good accommodation for everybody, and everybody is happy to see Jagannath, and they also had darshan. And the next day morning, all people went to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fresh. Then when Shivan Sen went there, he saw a wonderful scene. He saw the dog in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The dog which left the entire team, now the dog is sitting in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shivan Sen was first very, very happy to see the dog, and also he was astonished to see whatever is happening there. What's happening? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is feeding coconut to dog. Dog is not a shakahari, because shakaharis will have different teeth. If you give coconut to a cow, cow will eat, but dog cannot eat. So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeding coconut, and also say Hari Krishna Rama. He said that. Please say Hari Krishna Rama. And the dog is saying Hari Krishna Rama. Is saying, and is eating coconut and saying. Chaitanya and Shivan Sen immediately paid a respect to obeisance to the dog. And he Dandavat Pranam. He has done Dandavat Pranam. Like a stick, he fell in front of the dog. That she is so fortunate to be taking the name, the prasad from the hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and same time, and hearing and speaking about Lord's Hari name. He was just so happy. And immediately after that, the dog left of the place. And after that, nobody saw the dog where it went, because it went to Vaikuntha straight. This is called Bhagavat Prapti. Because of the association of devotee, one is saying it has reached the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Supreme Personality of Godhead, knowing its limitation, fed the prasadam and made the dog to chant and send the dog directly to the Vaikuntha. This is called Bhagavat Prapti. When a dog with the association of devotee getting the Lord's mercy, when he's going to go to spiritual world, why can't we? And we should. And for that only Srimad Bhagavatam is given to us, that how we should be planning, how we should be determined, how we should be with single pointed attention should keep that as our goal. While we are living, we should keep our goal, as we have heard the story in the beginning, as Krishna has. The purpose of life is to help others, either by his life or money or intelligence or words. While doing that, the helping to all other living entities, he should have an ultimate goal to reach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, attaining Krishna. And people and the living entity attain Krishna only when he has a relationship with Krishna. The person who goes to America and at home he may be having a 2-bedroom flat, everything is cramped, maybe 5 people are staying. But when he goes on his office job, he may be staying in 5-star hotel. But he is not interested in staying in 5-star hotel. Oh, now this 5-star hotel is very good, very, very good in US, everything. Let me stay here for 2 months, 3 months, 1 year. No, he wants to finish off that and go back, because he has love is there at home. Love is there at home. So that's why we should be helping all the living entities around us. That should be our Jivana Safalya. But at the same time, we should keep our goal of attaining Krishna by having wonderful relationship with Him. Either we should serve Him as master, either we should serve Him in a passive mode, or we can serve Him as a friend, or we can serve Him as a son or as a lover. We can serve in any form. But unless and until we have relationship with Krishna, there is no chance of going to Krishna. The person who is staying in a 5-star hotel, what is pulling him back to home, which is only a 2-bedroom hall or 3-bedroom hall, whatever it is. It is only love. It is only relationship with the wife, relationship with the daughter, relationship with the father, mother. Only the relation is pulling him from 5-star hotel to this. Similarly, only the relationship with Krishna will pull ultimately us, will push us from this world to the spiritual world. That's why Krishna is that. See that you develop a desire to attain. So this is the wonderful story. The Chaitanya Shukadeva Goswami is giving assurance to Parikshit Maharaj that to attain Krishna, it doesn't take much time. 1 hour is sufficient, or 1 minute is sufficient. Muhurta Kala is more than sufficient. But you have 1 week time. So now we have whole life. So, but you may say that, but yes, we know whole life, but we don't know when the death comes. Somebody may say that. But you see, you are prepared. Always when you know that you have a two objective in front of you, that by your act and you will be doing the best service to all humanity. That is for the people, and for you will develop a love towards him, relationship with Krishna, and you are prepared. So when two things are happening, let it happen anytime. When you are working on you have two objectives, you are working on both. So let the final call come any moment. You are prepared all the time. So here Parikshit Maharaj, the Shukadeva Goswami has given assurance, and that gave Parikshit Maharaj full confidence. That's why he heard very happily, and at the end he said that now I don't have any fear of Takshaka. That way, that 7th day he declared that. Before just Takshaka is about to come, Parikshit Maharaj declared. Because already he attained Krishna, that's it. So that is the beautiful story of today's second story, that is Bhagavat Prapti. Hope you everybody enjoyed, and now determined, yes, we are determined. What for? I am determined to attain Krishna. I am determined to attain Krishna. When I am determined to attain Krishna, my life becomes so much auspicious. I can spread the auspiciousness around me to all people who are connected to me, not connected to me, or distantly connected to me. There's no problem. But at the same time, like Khatvanga Maharaj, he was doing welfare to all people, not only in this earthly planet, even to the heavenly planet also. He went there and helped all the demigods. But when the time came, he is well prepared, and within no time he just left the subtle body and just. This is also very important, because without subtle body, you will not develop any relationship to the people around you. So you should be having subtle body, but you should be knowing how to leave subtle body in no time. That's important. So that's a wonderful story we get from the Khatvanga Maharaj, and that is a beautiful story today we have heard.